So I've had several questions asked. Post a video on who you think won the debate. Who do you think won the debate? Breaking down to my honest opinion, it wasn't fair for both sides. How do I mean that? Like, they kind of spoiled Kamala on her side by basically answering her questions for her. And all they did was antagonize Donald Trump to where he was just ranting and raving. He couldn't really get a minute to answer his questions. And some people are throwing a fit that he's done now. He's done with debates, which Democrats are going to come on here and make a huge hissy fit about it. They're like, he's a coward and everything. But, like, whatever. Done. We're done with polls. But I wanted to come on here and say, forget about these polls. Forget about this fighting. Forget about all this. No, we need to come down and focus our last 60 some days, a little less than 2 months now, to who we're going to vote for in November. Who do you, as an individual, think is going to be best for our country? Now, take your personal feelings out of this, because both sides like to lean towards their personal feelings. Because, oh my God, I don't agree with this on the left. I don't agree with this on the right. And I'm going to vote for the right or the left because I don't like what this right or left says. Forget about that. You know, there's things I agree with on the left. There's things I agree with on the right. And there's things I disagree with on the right. There's things I disagree with on the left. You know, I try to go in between. And at this point, you know, we're never all going to come together. I was watching a video yesterday where a guy talked about after 9/11 how all the American people came together as individuals. That ain't ever going to happen again. I'm sorry. It's going to probably take a direct attack on us, and for us to even have a possibility of coming together, and even that, it would be the right or left side. Right or left, the Republican or Democrat's fault if we had a direct attack. And what I basically want to say, and to certain individuals I'm going to send this video to, is who do you feel as if it's going to be best for the country? Not you as an individual, not your personal feelings, just because you don't agree with the right or the left. Who do you feel is going to be best for our country? You've seen both a Trump America and a Kamala and Biden America. It's down to Trump and Kamala. Who do you think is going to be best for our country? Who do you feel as if will be the best to deal with the economy, the border, inflation, which is some of our top things and some of my top issues? Who do you feel is going to be the best? Who do you feel is going to be the best to help all the American people? Who do you think is going to be best to deal with the wars also? Who do you think is going to be best to keep us out of the wars so we don't have to fund them? You know, who do you think is going to be best for that stuff? Who do you think is going to help our economy, our border? Who do you think is going to help this country? Who do you think is going to help shape it back, get it back thriving again and not struggling where people are like living paycheck to paycheck, where people are living on the streets, where homelessness is through the roof, where interest rates are through the roof? Who do you think is going to be best to deal with that? You have to decide at this point. I'm not going to try and push as much as I used to towards my views. You have to decide as an American citizen, us as the American people, who we feel is going to be best for this country, who we feel as if is going to be best to help all of us, who's not just one person, not just us as an individual. People call me out here on TikTok lives for like, what did your party do for you as an individual? Nothing. He didn't do nothing for me as an individual. It's us, what he did for us, we the people. You know, don't look at just a party, what they're doing for you as an individual. Your individual self doesn't matter. What matters is you and everybody else. Like, yes, you do matter. Your feelings do somewhat matter, yes. But you got to look at what's best. Sometimes you got to look at kind of like in your eyes or in your own ways. You kind of sometimes look like, do I want maybe somebody that's a little bit of a dick? Well, I kind of think of it like a manager. Do you want a manager that's really good at running a store? You know, let's say it's down to two managers. Let's say we voted for a manager. Let's say you have two managers. One's been the manager for a while. You don't like him. The other one was a manager. You didn't like that one either, you know. But, like, it's going to come down to those two managers. Think of it kind of like that. Who do you think is going to be best to manage that store? Kind of think of it like the country is like a big store. Who do you think is going to be best for us? Who do you think is going to be best to help us, help with the economy, help with the border? Don't listen to the news medias. Don't listen to anyone else but yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to what you think is best, not other people. Because it's going to come down to your choice. This is our right in America. It is your choice to who you think is best. I can't tell you that. I do push my views, as do the left push their views, you know. But I am going to try and cut back on trying to tell people who to vote for or what side to go for. It's going to come down to it. You're going to vote for who you feel is best. Just take this time to take this video into consideration of all the things I just said. Who do you think is going to be best to deal with this stuff? Who do you think is going to be best to help us with our economic struggles, our borders? Who do you think is going to be best to help us with our wars that we're funding right now? Who do you feel as if it's going to be best? Who do you feel will help America? Not just your individual feelings, not just one or two policies. No. I don't agree with every policy on the right, nor do I agree with every policy on the left. You know, I'm in between with policies. So who do you feel as if has the best policies? Because you're not going to agree with, if you're left, you're not going to agree 100% with the left side's policies. You're not going to agree, if you're right, you're not going to agree with the right's policies 100%. If you are, you're kind of stupid. You know, if you're agreeing with all of one party's policies or what they want to do for the country, because I go in between. But just remember, you have to decide who you think is best. Not me, not nobody else, not Fox News, not CNN, not ABC, not these damn debates you watch. Who do you feel as if it's going to be best? Stop slamming one side or the other. I'm going to try to do the same thing, and let's figure out. You are going to figure out. All of us people are going to figure out who we feel as if is going to be best for the country, who we feel will be best for all the people, not just one individual, but all the people. Signing off. How to get the message out. Who do you think will be best?